In Fred Botting's introduction, Negative Aesthetics, he discusses how negative aesthetics inform Gothic texts. At a time in the 18th century where science and reason were increasingly valued over religion, Gothic was established as the antithesis to the Enlightenment. Botting explains how the negative aesthetic of darkness can characterize the look, mood, atmosphere, and connotations of the genre. He examines the many typical conventions within the Gothic text, focusing on the concepts of the darkness and the negative, and then discussing its transformations. The interplay of light and dark, positive and negative, can be used to interrogate our morality, domesticity, and social duty. This questions both cultural and our personal development. Botting explains how location, character, and narrative are imperative to conveying a sense of darkness. The negative compels an emotional response where intense emotion overcomes rational judgment. Dracula's location uses tropes of the Gothic genre. There are scenes that take place in the night in crumbling castles and gardens. Dracula himself is repulsive. Females are portrayed as desirable, emotional, and unstable creatures. Dracula embodies negative features that define and oppose norms and conventions in Victorian-era England. Karl Marx uses the metaphor of the vampire to describe how capitalism exploits us. He argues the uncanny represent tensions of the systems and ideologies that are present in our world. These ideals are cut short. The vampires are slain, symbolizing defeat of all they represent, such as homosexuality and desire. Mina is returned to normal, repressing the idea of the new woman. Women are used to represent the other in Dracula through the characters and narration of Lucy and Mina. Mina's recovery from the uncanny or monstrous represents how the female's place in society is stagnant. Her function is to convey that the proper role of a woman is to be a good wife and mother, an angel in the house. While negative aesthetics inform A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night, we could present it as the inverse of Stoker's Dracula. Many tropes are still present in the text, such as the character of the vampire, who is the protagonist. Through the use of filmic strategies like black and white, the fictional location of Bad City is mostly conveyed as a desolate, isolated place. Most of the narrative takes place at night time. The unnamed protagonist represents the uncanny. She has fangs, feeds on blood, and appears only at night. She also loves to dance, as all good vampires do. Botting discusses the Gothic's role in challenging the norm and adaptations. The dancing scene satirizes the vampire's love of dance. While normally the vampire dances with a lady, our protagonist, female herself, dances alone. This conveys her control and empowerment over her body and mind. A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night is a revision of the Gothic genre. We know we are in a Gothic horror text, but as Bodding suggests, we still need to be scared to see the unknown. We are shocked to find it is the girl who walks home alone at night is the threat, not threatened. This is an inversion of the genre. This concludes my presentation, demonstrating how Fred Bodding's article, Introduction, Negative Aesthetics, has informed both of these texts. While Dracula is a classic example, A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night demonstrates how the genre can be constantly revised and criticised.